Now, another piece of equipment that we worked on was a piece of equipment I bought years ago that I kind of forgot about because when I got it, I realized it was broke and bought it off eBay, but I waited way too long to test it. So I didn't have many avenues. And it was a simple problem. It was the micro USB connector. And I'm talking about, of course, the Zoom L. What is that guy? That's the L8. Yeah, the Zoom L8. So I got it. The USB didn't work. Batteries worked fine. USB didn't work. Couldn't interface with the computer. Just nothing. It was all bad. So I thought, okay, we'll just need to replace the USB connector. That's not too big of a trouble. We open the thing up, find the connector. It's underneath the board, so you have to pull one of these little boards out. That's kind of the main brain of the whole thing. And we went ahead and put the new connector on. There was a little bit of trace damage, but we were able to fix it. It wasn't too bad. It was kind of atypical of working on like a micro USB connector, in my experience. But one thing that was absolutely fascinating was when we were looking around, I saw a lot of chips, and I'm like, oh well, this is the input output section here, and on the other side there's a bunch of there's like an MCU and everything. And we start looking up all these chips, and we find out there's one big chip from Texas Instrument, and I'll put it up. And this chip was basically just a DSP that also had power to run a screen, which is what that thing has, and power to I/O and do different feedback information. If you turn something up, it would be able to give different signals to represent that. It was really amazing, and it had a lot of, it had your typical DSP stuff like effects and so forth. It was really, really fascinating. And then I ran into an chip from AKM, and we looked it up, and it's a fantastic chip. I'll put it on here again, but it was just a fantastic chip. And then there were several more of these other models. I was like, oh wow, that's really good. I'm looking at the data sheet. This is a really nice ADC or DAC. And then there was what we believe were the main outputs were handled by a Burr Brown DAC, which was just remarkable to me. All of these chips, they're not overly expensive, but there's possibly cheaper options out there. And I was very impressed that Zoom went this route with these components. Pretty high quality. Now, I know, of course, people are going to say, oh, you can always put this in better and this in better. And that's absolutely true. But I genuinely expected r- very, very boilerplate DACs. And so I expected, just some basic stuff. I really was not expecting to see the Burr Brown logo on a chip inside this mixer that, if you've ever seen the L8, it's a fantastic mixer, but it's very cheaply constructed. It feels very cheap and so forth. And it's not very expensive for what it does. So it's kind of an interesting trade-off there. But yeah, fantastic piece of equipment, really cool. We did get the USB working, and overall the mixer is nice. I'd like to do someday a full review on it just to kind of give people a heads up on how it handles certain things. But other than that, it was pretty cool. Let me know in the comments below if you've had any similar experience with any of this, or if you know of any equipment that has surprise DACs or ADCs inside that you would not expect to see on something that's maybe prosumer or less even. Yeah, definitely let them down below, and see you guys next time.